Joe, thanks a million for taking your time on such a busy week in the build-up to the intermediate football final. Back in the final again, second year in a row with Annacurra. You know, last year was probably a bit of a learning curve, I'd say. But this year, in fairness, you know, you're unbeaten all through the group stages. A big win, you know. I think you said to me during the week you've came back twice now in this championship to get over the line in big matches, and you know, an Annacurra team that's really going in the right direction.
Yeah, listen, Emmett, we're delighted to be back in the final again after we got to the final last year, sort of probably against all the odds maybe, and no one really expected it to happen. And to be fair to Aughrim last year, they were that much better than us in the final. I thought we'd done as much as we could with them in the final, but if you'd have said to us coming out of Aughrim last year that we'd be back here this time next year in the final, we'd have took your hand and all. So the boys have worked hard, definitely. It's been a great year, great 2 years, and the effort they've given me is second to none. And as you say, we were down against Kilmac in the first round. We were 4 points down, looked dead and buried. Found a way to win. We'd get a point against Valleymount. After being well up all the match, we'd get the last point of the game to get a draw. And again, Barndarrig were 4 points down again, and we found a way to win. So it's a good thing to have in the team. They know they have it. They're working hard, and sure, hopefully come Sunday now we'll get the job done.
Yeah, and I suppose looking forward to Sunday as well, you know, it's huge for the area. We all know the hard work that's going in with the underage here in Annacurra. You know, they're almost a standalone club now with underage, producing their own players. Like, this type of thing is huge for the club going forward, for everyone involved. You know, you'll have all the small kids there shouting you on, and, you know, it's massive.
Sure. The buzz it creates around here is just unbelievable. It's the last week since the Dunard semi-final there, the buzz around the place, and you've people out putting flags out on the bridge, and the whole place is being decorated, and every time you come down here now there's kids running around with Annacurra jerseys and Annacurra flags, and it's just made up the whole place. It's great for a small place, and as you say, holding their own a whole underage as well. And that's a big thing, that there is a bit of a belt coming there, and you've lots of lads coming up behind what's there at the minute, so everything is going great here, thank God.
Yeah, and then I suppose, as we said, looking forward again to Sunday, you know, Barndarrig, they're going to be no easy turn in this. They've found their way through, you know, and of course there's the added spice. I suppose Damien Gilligan trained the lads once upon a time there. He'll know lots about the lads here. But, you know, Barndarrig, your big physical team, you know, plenty of score takers all around the field. They've kind of taken their side of the thing by storm as well, to be fair to them, and they're going to be no easy turn here.
Oh well, absolutely, and as you say, Damien was here for, I don't know, he's here for a couple of years, and all the boys got on very well with Damien here, and sure he knows them all inside out as well, and that Barndarrig team, I've travelled around to see him a couple of times. I've seen him playing Colkenna in a dogfight, and they didn't lose it. They know how to grind out wins as well. They were here against Carnew here. They were 3 points down, looked dead and buried. They found a way to win. There's big men all over the field. There's lots of lads that can play football. They've county men. Very well balanced team, and it's definitely going to go down to the wire Saturday. Definitely, because they're two teams that are fairly evenly matched in my book. A bounce of a ball here or there could be the difference.
Yeah, and for me, the neutral looking in, I think it's going to be probably one of the games of the year, to be honest. I think, as you said, the two teams are so evenly matched, it's going to come down to fine margins. Well, again, Joel, thank you for taking your time out. It's a very busy week, as we said, and I wish you the very best of luck on Sunday, and hope all goes well for you.
No problem, Emma. Thanks a million. Thank you. Wait till Emma is ready now.
Listen, right?
Listen up.
Listen up. We've already been in Barndarrig and they were very loud. All right? They were very loud. So you're going to have to try and better that. So when we're ready now, right? We're going to start counting. 1, 2, 3. I think we give one more just to be sure. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant.
There's one guy in the back didn't say it.
3, 2, 1. Brilliant, well done. Busy week for Barndarrig, already a busy week, winning the hurling last weekend, so going for dual honours within the space of a week. Look, I suppose we'll look back before we look forward. A great start to the campaign, 3 good wins, and maybe, I suppose, a little bit of a slip then in a couple of matches, but a huge comeback victory against Carnew in the quarter-final set you up really well, and, you know, it was a fantastic performance in the semi-final against Valleymount to have you in this final.
Yeah, I suppose overall it's been a super year from beginning, start to finish for us, in fairness. We set our stall out early on in the year, just going to have a good league campaign, and then bring that momentum into the championship, and we're lucky enough we won the league in July, and we're lucky enough then to win the first 3 games in the championship, which kind of got us straight into the quarter final, and it gave us that wee bit of a leeway just in the last couple of games, just to, you know, probably try a few different things out, and as well as give starting time to fringe players, which is very important too. But saying that, Carnew game was tough. We started really well and we finished really well, but in between it was touch and go, and then the semi-final against Valleymount, I thought we played really well that day. Probably didn't get the credit we deserve from a lot of places around the county, I think, but everyone was saying that, you know, Valleymount were poor, but I think we really set our stall well and we nullified their main threats, and we fought hard all day, I thought.
Yeah, and look, I suppose, again, the Carnew match, 2 points down going into injury time and not score a goal and win by 2, that was a huge turnaround. But again, when you look at Vallymount's results all through that championship and who they put up to, who they drew with, they got really good results all through. So as you said, probably not the credit you deserve, because you went and put that game to bed really early as well, and that's what semi-finals are about. You get there and win them and get to the final.
Yeah, as there's no point talking about finals. Semi-finals are all about getting over the line. It doesn't matter if you win by 1 point or 10 points; it makes no difference. And you're not going to win any championship unless you're in the final. So you can talk all you like, as much as you like. You just have to get there to win it. The Carnew game, as you said, 2 points. We were actually 3 points down and won by. We scored 5 on the spin there in the space of 5 minutes, including injury time, and
rub it in anyway.
Sorry, Emmett, but they had us under the cosh there for a long period of that second half, and it just credit to the boys that dug it out. And just like everything all year, I suppose with all the league results and the league wins, we're only beaten once in the league all year, and it's kind of, you get used to winning, and yourself, Emmett, if you get into a bit of a winning habit, it kind of becomes infectious after a while, and you don't want to lose.
No, you don't, definitely. And I suppose looking forward, I'd say your house is an exciting place this week. We're facing Annacurra in the final. We probably won't go too much into it just yet, but look, as you said, there's a subplot there. Everyone knows you were with Annacurra for a couple of years as well. You know the lads really well. They're unbeaten coming in the far side. They've turned a few heads. Everyone kind of thought maybe last year they got to a final a year or two early. To get straight back into one, you'd have to turn your head to Annacurra, and they're pretty much similar to yourselves. They have a great blend of youth and experience there.
Yeah, no, great team. I know them inside out. Just following them over the year and managing them. Then they're a while back, but it's they're a skillful team. They're a hard working team, a bit like yourselves that way. Some great forwards, good defence. You look at the likes of Frank Clune in the full forward line, and then the other side of the pitch of Anna Byrne, 2 warriors and 2 brilliant, massively skillful players. They're just credit themselves to be still at the age they're at, to be playing at this high level. And the same thing, and I don't like to mention our own players because it's all a team game for us, but our own Michael Murphy, I kind of have to give him a bit of a mention too. He's in the same vein. He's 38 years old, probably has the athletic body of a 28-year-old, but there's all the skills, and fast and left and right footed and great hands, and when he gets the ball in his hands, he just doesn't miss. But those 3 players, they're nearly worth going to watch on their own, on Sunday or Saturday, shall I say. But
yeah, and for me, I suppose it has the makings. I said this last night as well. Has the makings of the game of the year. I think they're 2 really well matched teams, 2 evenly matched teams all over the field. They've pretty much done the same type. They play the same type of football as well. So I think it's going to be a cracking game. I'm going to wish you all the best on Saturday. I hope everything goes well for you. I hope the weather takes up as well. We were going to do this outside, but we can't. But again, best of luck, and thanks a million for taking your time out, Damien.
Thanks, Emmett. Thanks very much. Thank you.
You're all very welcome to Aughrim here today for the Darcy Sands Intermediate Football Final between Annacurra and Barndarrig. Our referee Jason Smyth is after doing the toss. The teams are just about to take their positions behind the band there, so we're just about to get ready. I've Podge duty on call commentary. Podge, thankfully the weather has taken up. It's been a good morning all morning here. The pitch looks in great condition. I hate to think what it looked like at about 8 o'clock last night, to be fair, with all that rain. So we're about to get ready to rock and roll behind a band. This one is going to be, I think, has the makings of the game of the year, Podge, to be honest with you. These 2 teams, they've came all the way through this intermediate championship. It's almost trying to get like getting out of hell, with all the good teams that are in it. They've both found their way to this final. Annacurra's second final in 2 years. Only a couple of years since Barndarrig won the Junior A. Same blend of youth and experience on both sides. I think it has the makings of a great game.
Yeah, I agree with Emmett, and one thing about both of these teams, they've both come through tight games. Annacurra went through extra time in the quarter final, had a real battle here against the Glen the last day. Okay, Barndarrig had a comfortable semi-final, but they had to score the last 5 points in the last 5 minutes against Carnew to win that game by 2 points. So there are two teams that are going to battle to the very end, you know, and I think it will be a close game.
Yeah, incredibly close game is what we're all forecasting anyway. The teams now, just nervous moments for them. They're just coming around behind the piper here in Aughrim. We're going to give you a quick run through the two teams. What you see on your screen as per programme, there is a couple of changes on the team, so I'll give you a quick run through. In goal for Annacurra is Robert Fitzgerald, number 23. Elliot Robinson replaces number 2 Ewan Harper in the full back line. Adam Healy wears 3, James Keenan at 4. Sean Weld, Alan Byrne and Glenn Austin in the half back line, with Martin O'Brien and Evan Doyle in the middle of the field. Number 20 Stephen Murphy replaces James Doyle at wing forward. Ronan Brennan and Dylan Doyle, the captain, is the other wing forward. The inside line of Frank Clune, Gerard Murphy and Michael Healy is ever dangerous. The Barndarrig team as we have it is Aaron Jackson in goal, Tom O'Shea, Cathal Keegan and James Cullen in the full back line. Shane Whelan, Malachi Stone and Jack McCall in the half back line. Anthony Quinn, Andrew Kavanagh in midfield. Their captain Paul Ryan at wing forward, Bernard Quinn in centre forward and Michael Crowley at 12. And Michael Cullen, number 13, is replaced by Johnny Carlin in the full forward line, with Michael Murphy and Martin Cullen making up another dangerous line. You know, with two, as we said, really well evenly balanced teams. This is a huge Barndarrig team. You know, physically they look, you know, towering over the Queens. Andrew Kavanagh, all big men, but you know, both teams have skillful players in abundance on both sides.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, and you can see that the changes that Annacurra have made, probably Stephen Murphy coming in because of his size to kind of match the size in around the middle of the field with Barndarrig, and Elliot Robinson is a massive boost for Annacurra as well. Being able to come back, got injured in the quarter final, but he's back here now to line out in the final for Annacurra. A massive boost for them.
Yeah, as we said, both teams just following the piper here in Aughrim. Huge crowd here from both sides, I think. Annacurra, to be fair, are probably just about shaded if colour is anything to go by, and definitely if the amount of children cheering the team out on the pitch before, it seemed like there was hundreds of kids down there to cheer them out. But as we said, we're just about getting ready. We're going to have our national anthem now very shortly. Very hard to predict this one. I predict it's going to go right down to the wire. I wouldn't rule out a draw here, and that's not sitting on the fence, Podge. I think it's going to come down to very fine margins.
Yeah, like we've had a couple of games this year that did go down to the last couple of minutes and really fine margins in both semi-finals of the senior, and particularly Annacurra against Annard the last day was the exact same, and I expect this will be very close as well.
We now have our on Naveen.
Shena fina fall, hatop we alekerin, queen darslu, hearty dorani kun, playboy besser, shantir shin Fasta New York for winter on off wintrol Hanok Dahim Savarna will leg yon ergil combosh no sail leg yon ishkrik tree lavok navile surely
That was Molly Hines from the Annacurra Club singing our on Naveen. We're just about ready to go here. We have a result in from earlier. A result from earlier with Ballinacurra and Bottomlass Podge. Unfortunately, Bottomlass fell at the second last hurdle in that one. It was 2-11 to 5 points down in the Fairgreen. Ballinacurra seemed to be fairly good value for that win if the scores ain't to go by. I wasn't down there.
Yeah, Bottomlass lost a player to a red card just before half time, and that probably had a huge impact on it, really. I think it was 5 points to 4 at that stage, but Ballinacurra by far the better team in the second half, without a shadow of a doubt. Some class players on that team.
Yeah, we're just about to get the matchups. Looks like Andrew Kavanagh is going to pick up Gerard Murphy in on the square straight away. No, actually it's number 4, James Cullen, has gone to him. It's Andrew Kavanagh has gone to Frank Clune. We have Stephen Murphy gone to the middle of the field. Martin O'Brien has gone to wing forward here. It's all just changes. We were expecting this around the field, and Alan Byrne has gone into Marshall. Michael Murphy in on the square as well. He was wearing 6. He's played full back all year. He's back in there. We're just about ready to go in Aughrim. Our referee Jason Smyth from Stratford for the day here in the Darcy Sands Intermediate Football Championship Final. Don't get too technical now, lads, putting lads back. If you throw in the ball, it'll be alright. Putting lads back behind the 45 and I'll just throw it in. They'll sort themselves out once the ball is in play. We're ready to go here. Sense of anticipation in the crowd around us. The referee looks at his watch, sets his clock again, tries to put players back. We're ready to rock and roll in Aughrim. The ball is in, the game is on. Stephen Murphy jumps in the middle of the field. It's palmed down by Anthony Quinn, and away with the ball comes the captain Paul Ryan. Ryan solos forward, checks his run, he's 65 yards out. Barndarrig kicking into the Herbst end against the breeze in this first half. They look to just find that first scoring attempt. Johnny Carlin on the ball, good play by James Keenan, gets a hand in, ball is out as far as Cathal Keegan. Keegan has a look up, gets the ball back to Carlin. Carlin goes all the way across the field with this one. Barndarrig look to be setting their stall out early against this breeze, just to be patient in possession. Tom O'Shea is one of those players, gets the ball back as far as Martin Cullen. Cullen will roam all over Aughrim today. He wears 15, you could see him popping up anywhere. Heavy hit there by Dylan Doyle on the midfielder Anthony Quinn. There's a loose hand pass, breaks out, but Malachy Stone is away. Stone breaks one tackle, gets the ball back to Martin Cullen, pops a little pass inside to his cornerback Tom O'Shea. O'Shea has pushed up the field, he's underneath the scoreboard, but he's over carried the ball. Good defensive play by Annacurra there. Was patient by Barndarrig, but Annacurra didn't panic.
Yeah, and a good decision by the referee Jason Smyth. Like Tom O'Shea was lining in on top of him, so he overplayed the ball.
Ball is out. It's into the hands of Dylan Doyle here. Doyle gets up the field with the ball. Hand passes it across here into the hands of Elliot Robinson. Robinson gets his first touch in for Ewan Harbour from the start here, back from injury, passes the ball off to Ronan Brennan. Brennan gives the ball back to Dylan Doyle. Doyle looks to tear away down the field. It's tackled by Bernard Quinn. Quinn does enough to get that big long arm in and halt his progress. Ball breaks away from him, and it's Tom O'Shea is all the way over on the line there. It's gone out for a line ball, taken quickly, and it's back in the hands of Malachy Stone. Stone solos away, no one near him. He's on his own 45, comes up the field, gets the ball to Bernard Quinn. Quinn dropping out from that number 11 berth. Positions don't mean anything here. If you look, everyone comes back with the ball and everyone goes forward with the ball. That tends to be how it is in these matches. Paul Ryan on the ball, gets the ball into Anthony Quinn. Quinn hand passes it off here as we said, they look to build patiently. Martin Cullen gets it into Paul Ryan. Ryan spots a little gap and pops the ball into it, and it's Tom O'Shea. He's been on lots of ball already, the number 2, gets it in, looks for Michael Murphy. Murphy at the top of the D, turns on that right foot, kicks it high and kicks it over the bar. First score for Barndarrig, first blood for Barndarrig, and a really well worked score. There's an Annacurra player down on the ground.
Yeah, you can see Annacurra kind of dropping off a bit. Barndarrig are really patient, but they're going to have to keep an eye on Tom O'Shea. Like you said, he's on the ball an awful lot, and he is a dangerous player, and he does carry the ball really well, and he picked out Michael Murphy really well. And watching Michael Murphy and Alan Byrne, they're stuck to each other. Michael Murphy hasn't stopped moving, Alan Byrne is tracking every run, so Michael Murphy did really well to get free there at the right time so Tom O'Shea could give him the ball.
It's Alan Byrne that has picked up a bit of a knock there. They're just tending to him. One of our great county players, a warrior for club and county for years. I hope he's alright to continue here, because he's a big part of this Annacurra set-up.
Just looking there at what Barndarrig have actually done, they know Martin O'Brien is going to drop and try and play maybe to in around the 6th position or around there, but they've pushed Tom O'Shea right up on him, so they're probably going to try and get Tom O'Shea on the ball as much as they possibly can, and that's something Annacurra will have to watch.
Kick out from Robert Fitzgerald, long ball down the field, down on top of Michael Crowley and Sean Well. There's a hand on it, breaks back. Martin O'Brien's first to react. He's surrounded by black jerseys, gets the ball away, but he threw the ball to the referee. I think the ref got that call fairly right. Martin just had nowhere to go, to be fair to the Barndarrig defence there.
No, he didn't really, and he was crowded. He won the ball all right, but he had 3 players around him and they all crowded him around the sideline, so it was either out over the sideline or just give away the free.
Paul Ryan has the ball in his hands, looks, he'll come all the way back here. He does come all the way back, and Cathal Keegan waited for that one, but he done well enough to sidestep around Ronan Brennan and break away with the ball. Gets it into Paul Ryan. Ryan finds Martin Cullen, back into Cathal Keegan. Keegan pops the ball back to Paul Ryan. Just didn't bring it with him, took his eye off it. Good defence there and a little pull back on on an Annacurra player, gives them a little bit of breathing space, because Barndarrig have started this game really, really well, Podge.
Yeah, even Malik Stone, you can see he's actually attacking quite a lot, and the full back, like, you know, so they're all willing to gamble. You know, it's Andrew Kavanagh and James Cullen are the two that are staying back.
Yeah, as we said, the breeze is in the Annacurra backs with 4.5 minutes gone. It's a point to no score to the Barndarrig men, but it's carried out over the line under pressure again from the Barndarrig defence. They're doing well, and again it's that man Tom O'Shea. He's on the ball, solos forward with this one, has a look, pops it off inside to his wing back Shane Whelan. Whelan gives it to Anthony Quinn. Quinn solos, has a look at his options, and away they come with the ball again. Annacurra probably need to just push out a little bit more. If I'm honest, Cathal Keegan has the ball over here. There's no real pressure on the ball. They're holding their line, but Johnny Carlin is inside, a tangle of legs with James Keenan, and Carlin wins his free, and this one is well kickable for a man like Michael Murphy.
Yeah, and I think you know, I think Annacurra are trying to be patient and trying to sit back, get a good defensive system there, but when the ball comes in, they're going to have to be out in front to stop it getting to the Barndarrig players.
Michael Murphy has a free here. He's about 25 or 6 yards out here. He's about 8 or 9 yards in from the sideline. Tough enough one, but it's well suited to a right footed kicker. Murphy doesn't waste any time over this one. Kicks it high. Is it curling? It's curling too much, and it's gone to the left of the post and gone wide. It's first wide of the game for the Barndarrig men. It's a point to no score here after 5.5 minutes. Barndarrig lead in the Darcy Sands Intermediate Football Championship final for 2023.
Yeah, and probably the small breeze blowing down into the town end has probably affected that, made it a little bit harder to score that free. So Annacurra are playing with that breeze in the first half.
The kick from Bob Fitzgerald, he takes his time, he goes long again, huge kick down the field, right down on Sean Weldon, Michael Crowley. The break is all Anthony Quinn's though, it's all Barndarrig at the minute. Gets the ball into Bernard Quinn, back to Anthony Quinn. He's blown for a throw, says the referee. May have been slightly harsh on my first view, and we'll just get a quick look at it as Annacurra take the free quick. They go long, they look for Dylan Doyle, ball right down the sideline in as far as Gerard Murphy steps over. Oh, lovely pick up from Murphy. He's in along the end line. There's a chance here, tries to box it over the bar, does box it over the bar. First attack really for Annacurra, first score for Annacurra. It's that man Gerard Murphy. He's dangerous. He took James Cullen in along the line, a lovely little step over there and a lovely punch point, and it's a level game here in Aughrim.
Yeah, in fairness, Dylan Doyle did really well. Like, the ball bounced out in front of him, just he palmed it down to Gerard. Gerard took on his man, chipped up the ball, and probably the right decision just to fist it over the bar.
Kick out goes long down the field from Aaron Jackson. Huge kick, and it's into the hands of Bernard Quinn. Gets it and hand passes it away out the field, playing under an advantage. He gets the ball out as far as his wing back as Jack McCall. McCall's away, shows pace, cuts inside. Another man that had a good stint with her county team gets the ball off outside, and it's Johnny Carlin. Carlin looks to cut back around, breaks one tackle, but gets the ball and it squirts away, and James Keenan does really well, tries to get it away. Again, Bernard Quinn is over there, the ball. There's a tussle on the ground, a touch on the ground by Bernard Quinn. It's a free out, and it's good defending by the Annacurra men. Yeah,
really good there by James Keenan, kind of putting Johnny Carlin under fierce pressure, and Bernard Quinn then tried to win the dispossession but touched the ball on the ground, so free out.
Annacurra went back to Bob Fitzgerald with that, but Barndarrig pushed up really quickly. They've done well to try and get away with this one. They're under all sorts of pressure down under the scoreboard, but they're working their way out. They've done really well. Bob Fitzgerald has a look up and takes his foot pass all the way across to Glenn Austin. Austin has the ball, solos forward, bit of space in front of him as Barndarrig now look to drop back. Malachy Stone calls men back in front of him. Ball is hand passed over Michael Crowley in as far as Sean Weld solos forward. He's at the middle of the field, cuts back inside Shane or Jack McCall. There McCall gets a hand across, but it's Annacurra in possession as they now look to try and get a foothold in this game. It was all Barndarrig early doors, but to no real fruition because it's a level game after 8 minutes here. Ball is back inside, and it's Sean Well gets it back to Stephen Murphy. Murphy looks to go long diagonal, dangerous looking ball in. It's a huge kick down, but Andrew Kavanagh has read it really well. Kavanagh, who decided to against charges out with that ball, huge hit on Ron Brennan, does really well. Kavanagh, he could have been playing shinty up in Park Esler today. He's here with his club. Ball back inside as far as Jack McCall twists and turns and has a look, gives the ball back to Andrew Kavanagh. Kavanagh solos and stands up again, just checks what his options are. That option is Martin Cullen. Cullen finds Paul Ryan. There's a man all splendid isolation over here, and that's Cathal Keegan. Keegan now will look to get up the line with this one. Does hand passes it in as far as Anthony Quinn. Quinn slips, has to break a tackle. Solos again needs support as the Annacurra numbers get back around. Pops it off to Johnny Carlin. Carlin looks to pick a pass inside. Does pick a pass inside. Finds Tom O'Shea, who gives it to Cathal Keegan. Keegan gets to the top of the D. Gets the ball out to Shane Whelan or Jack McCall. Sorry, he cuts back inside. Gives it to Bernard Quinn. Back out to his fullback Cathal Keegan. He kicks it high, but it's gone to the left of the post and wide. A patient build up, but there's no end result there. And I suppose good defending, but they need to get their shooters on the ball in those positions. No disrespect to Cathal Keegan there.
Well, you're right. It's like Martin Cullen and Michael Murphy and players like that are the ones, maybe Johnny Carlin are the ones that need to get on that. Like, you know, and you can see it's Tom O'Shea and Cathal Keegan are the two that had the most prominent chances there.
Bob Fitzgerald to take the kick out. We're deadlocked in Aughrim at a point apiece. We've just coming up to the 10th minute. The kick out looks to be always coming to this side. It does. Stephen Murphy reacts first to it as it hop. Ball breaks away and it's Martin O'Brien. O'Brien looks up, tries to pick a pass, just about gets through. Oh, lovely pass from Sean Weldon. Away goes Dylan Doyle. Doyle is away here with Johnny Carlin. Comes back to try and dispossess him. Oh, Carlin done really, really well there. That's good defending. Got back inside. And
Johnny Carlin did really well. Dylan Doyle could have been a little bit lucky the way he grabbed his arm and pulled him to the ground. Could have possibly been a black card.
Malachy Stone looks to get away with that ball. 3 Annacurra men converge around him. Referee gives the free to Annacurra. Evan Doyle comes up with possession. We're starting to hit championship fever now as a quick ball is kicked in as far as Garrod Murphy. There's a hand in there from James Cullen. Huge battle between these two. Garrod twists and turns and tries to get out of trouble. Does eventually get out of trouble, but he had one-handed pass. The referee is very observant on these hand passes. A couple of them would normally have been let away, but he's right on it. He's right there beside it. You can't argue with him. It's a free to Barndarrig here in just the last couple of minutes, Podge. The ante has been upped on both sides. Championship.
Yeah, I agree. You could actually even see it before the ball was thrown in that the players were getting tight on each other, and you could see there was communication going on, and that's the way it's happened now.
Ball breaks up the field. Jack McCall gives it to Tom O'Shea. O'Shea looks for Anthony Quinn. The big long frame of Quinn just about does enough to keep possession. Again, there's huge tackles going in on both sides. Struggles to keep his feet. Quinn, he has done a couple of times. Ball is back out to Jack McCall. McCall drills this one in. 3 underneath. Breaks away. First to react there. But he's given a free for an advantage there as Anthony Quinn lies down on the ground, and that was a dangerous one inside. No one really gambled on following a hint till it was too late, but they were playing under the advantage.
Yeah, when you've Bernard Quinn being able to run in on the edge of the square, why not let the ball in? And in fairness to, or maybe Annacurra lucky to have a goalkeeper the size of Bob Fitzgerald there as well to deal with those high balls.
Yeah, look at it. It's a huge advantage in there when these lads are hovering in around the square there, I suppose. It's a big help, as we said. 11 and a half minutes in now. Both teams really still feeling one another out, I suppose. I don't think the breeze is going to be the end of the world in this one, but I suppose if you're Barndarrig, you're happy enough to be a point apiece at this stage.
Yeah, and I think they've probably been the more dominant team as well. They've had more possession anyway, you know, but they haven't converted that to the scoreboard yet.
Free goes short out to Michael Murphy. Murphy looks to pop it back inside to Karen. He slips. It must be very slippy over there. Players going to ground. Murphy tries to break 2 tackles, shows good strength, tries to get the ball away. Heavy collision underneath the scoreboard. The referee gives a free out. Says there was a push there. Again, Annacurra defend well and come away. That's a couple of occasions there. They've been under pressure in their own, probably within 20 yards of their own goal, but they've done really well to come away and win their frees.
Yeah, Michael Murphy probably tried to carry the ball through 2 players. He did show good strength, all right, but you know they held him up well and they won a good turnover.
Martin O'Brien give the ball to Bob Fitzgerald. He took it back and away they come. Elliot Robinson just slips there, gives the ball. Oh, it's loose. Martin O'Brien missed the ball there. It was a loose pass from Elliot Robinson. It's into the hands of Michael Murphy. Murphy will look to kick this one high and kick it over the bar, and he does kick it high and over the bar. Oh, and there's a little bit of afters here. There's a little bit of afters here between Stephen Murphy and Michael Murphy there. And I'm wondering, is it picked up? I'm wondering, is it being picked up, because Stephen Murphy went down very quick there. Doesn't seem to be any. The umpires are only talking now, which would tell me they've seen nothing, because they'd have called one another before now if they had seen it. But whatever happened there doesn't seem to be. Annacurra are not overly frustrated about it either. It's 2 points to 1. here to Barndarrig now. The scoreboard in Aughrim is wrong, but it's past everyone out. Sean Weld is away. He's so close to the 45. His space in front of him. He's Dylan Doyle in front of him. Tries to look for the hand pass inside to Frank Clone. There's a chance here. Clone boxes it across. The Garrod Murphy and a goal. A goal for Annacurra. Whatever happened a minute ago doesn't matter because they've came right down the field. Everybody missed the kick out. Sean Weld reacted first. Done really well. It looked like he might have taken a little bit too long, but he drew the defender really well. Frank Clone was brilliant as he got the ball across the Garrod and just about got his fingertips to that one. It's 1-1 now to Annacurra. It's 2 points to Barndarrig. We have 14 minutes gone in this one. Kick out goes short to Tom O'Shea. How will Barndarrig react, Podge?
Yeah, I'd say a super goal there from Annacurra. You're right, it was a long kicked out, misjudged by everyone. Sean Well did really well, but the two danger men for Annacurra, you know, Frank Clune and Garrod Murphy, like, it looked like the pass was a little bit high, but Garrod really got up in the air and panned it into the net. Fantastic goal and fantastic score.
Again, Andrew Kavanagh goes barreling through the Annacurra defence. The referee says play on. Annacurra have turned it over. It's a free down the field. Annacurra. It's another good turnover for Annacurra. It'll be a free as Barndarrig look to reset themselves. Martin O'Brien is on the ball. Looks around at his options. Noel Kinsley tells him to come back a few yards with it and take it. Ball is kicked across field as far as James Keenan. Keenan on the ball here now. Looks to solo forward. Stephen Murphy sizes up the options. Looks to go short and does go short to Martin O'Brien. 65 yards out in the Herbs, then gets to the middle of the field, passes it into Glenn Austin. Austin has a man outside him. It's good play from Annacurra now. They're starting to really grow into this game as they hand pass the ball here patiently around the middle of the field. Evan Doyle finds Ronan Brennan. Brennan turns the boo on this one. Brilliantly read by Malachi Stone. Brilliant play by Stone there, got to it, but he hasn't picked it up. He goes to ground again. Garrod makes him fight all the way for it. He's out over the line, but referee says he was pushed out over the line. It's a line ball to...
Yeah, I think Malachi Stone probably thought he had a bit more time on that, but Garrod came in, put a lot of pressure on him, but he did kind of push him out, force him out over the line, really.
It's a line ball to Barndarrig. As we can hear, the crowd now are really getting into this one. It's the ante has been up since that goal, as we said. As Tom O'Shea gets it into Johnny Carlin. Carlin evades the tackle, fires the ball off to Bernard Quinn into Martin Cullen, back to Johnny Carlin. Here come the Barndarrig men up the field. He solos the 45, looks to cut inside. James Keane gets the ball on his left foot, but he needs supporters. Good play from Annacurra as they get two men around the man the ball. They turned him away from goal. It looked like he was away. They done really well. It's into the hands of Martin Cullen though. Cullen tries to wrap the boo around this one. He does wrap the boo around this one. It's high and it's over the bar. It's a 1 point game here in Aughrim. A really good score, a well worked score from Barndarrig. It's 1-1 Annacurra, 3 points to Barndarrig.
Johnny Carlin did actually really well, because he had about 3 Annacurra lads chasing him. He managed to hang on to the ball and not lose it. And I was actually just thinking to myself, Martin Cullen has actually been very quiet, and the first time he really gets a chance and he takes it. A big score into that breeze.
Kick out again from Bob Fitzgerald. A lot of them have been aimed to this side here under the press box side. He's taking his time over this one. Jason Smyth says, come on with it. He was about to go in after him there. He kicked it just in time. Long ball down the field again. Malachi Stone does well to read it. Dylan Doyle looks to tackle him. 2 men on Stone. He solos with the ball. He cuts back. He needs support. He finds support in Michael Crowley. Crowley gets the ball off to Paul Ryan. Ryan has a look up again. Goes long across the field into the corner there to his number 7 Jack McCall. McCall had pushed right up, does well to get up. Looked like slap back there because the player had gone to ground. The Annacurra player Jack McCall gets away and wins his free at the top of the D.
Yeah, it's Adam Healy that went down injured, I think.
Yeah, it just looked like there was a tangle between the players as Jack McCall was getting up. He just was, well, it's one of those, he was pushing him away. It's gonna be high. It's not anything that
a good chance now.
That warrants anything, is what I'm trying to say.
good chance now for Michael Murphy to bring Barndarrig back level in this game.
Yeah, look, it'll be because that goal looked like a sucker punch at the time. Barndarrig had, probably a grip on the game for maybe 8-9 minutes before that, and it was almost against the run of play because Annacurra have had 2 attacks here. They've got 1-1 out of those 2 attacks. They've got down the field. They're very economical, but Michael Murphy is also economical because he's kicked this one over the bar. It's 4 points now to Barndarrig. It's 1-1 to Annacurra. It's 18 minutes on the clock here.
Yeah, and kind of the way the game is going, Barndarrig are actually dominating possession, and you can see that. But Annacurra looks so dangerous with both Garrod Murphy and Frank Clune up front.
Yeah, once it gets inside that 45, anything could happen. Again, the kick out is aimed down this side. There's a hand on it there, but there's a legal hand on it. The referee says James Keenan has the ball, throws it to Martin O'Brien here to take this free as they look to restart. They do restart, and it's Michael Healy on the ball, gives it back to Martin O'Brien. O'Brien outside the right boot, brilliant ball in front of Frank Clone, hand in from Andrew Kavanagh. Kavanagh does really well, really strong in there, one-handed, comes away with that one, gets it as far as Paul Ryan, gives it back to Kavanagh, back to Paul Ryan there, well worked out by the Barndarrig men as they look to come up the line. Might have been slightly high there, play on, says the referee, gets the ball back into Andrew Kavanagh. Kavanagh solos with this one, goes longer up the, there's a man all on his own right underneath the stand there, and that man is Shane Whelan. Whelan has a chance to pop a ball into Martin Cullen. It's all opened up for Cullen. Cullen has a look, solos on the loop, back around is Michael Murphy. Again, Cullen just holds up play, gets the ball on his right boot, kicks it high and kicks it over the bar. A super score from Martin Cullen. Looked like his chance might have gone a little bit when he cut back the second time, but he really trusted that right boot, and it's a great kick and Barndarrig lead.
Yeah, they do, and it was a good score, and we were just talking about the fact that he had a quiet start, and we were talking about the fact that it was probably Kyle Keegan and Tom O'Shea and lads like that were getting into forward positions, but now they've managed to get Michael Murphy and Martin Cullen into the scoring chances.
Bob Fitzgerald about to take this kick out again. As we said, it's a point lead now to Barndarrig, 5 points, Annacurra 1-1. We have 19 and 3/4 minutes gone in the Darcy Sands intermediate football final for 2023. Who will go senior from this one? Long kick down the field again. There's a hand on it. Heaven Doyle is first to react. Paul Ryan is after him. Doyle does well, goes down, picks up the ball, tries to get to the 45. Good tackling there by Paul Ryan though. Cuts back inside here. As Annacurra look to build here, Sean Weld is all on his own on this side of the field. Ronan Brennan goes short though to Martin O'Brien. O'Brien tries to cut inside, 2 tackles. Hard work there from the Barndarrig men. It's a long ball inside to Frank Clone. Clone is on this one. Solos tries to cut back inside. Andrew Kavanagh goes to ground. Kavanagh really strong again, and it's a free out, says the referee. That's good play from Andrew Kavanagh. Frank Clone just ran out of ideas a little small bit there, but is he going to throw it up? No, he's moving it up, so...
Yeah, just the physical strength of Andrew Kavanagh there, and when Frank actually went to ground, he actually slipped. That gave Andrew Kavanagh a chance to just get in and smother him and made him overcarry the ball.
Yeah, a player like Kavanagh standing over you once you slip and go to ground, it's very hard to get back up and get any traction to get away there. So it's in the hands of Bernard Quinn. Now goes back to Malachy Stone. Here come Barndarrig again, gets the ball to Johnny Carlin. Carlin cuts outside, has a look, cuts back inside again, pops the ball off to Paul Ryan. It's all movement here from the Barndarrig man. Cathal Keegan is screaming for it outside. He looked like he was going to give it to him, doesn't. Goes back, it's a loose one off from Paul Ryan. Garrod Murphy picks it off, ball to James Keenan. Keenan looks up, it's a foot race with Frank Clone, and Andrew Kavanagh gets the ball, cut back inside. Brilliant play by Jack McCall to get back in and get a hand in there. That's very good defending, because the whole thing had opened up for Annacurra there again.
Yeah, I can see Frank Clone apologising to Adam Healy, because it was probably he forced the pass, really is what he did. Like, maybe it wasn't on, you know.
Ball is back in the hands of the Kilmacurra men again with Shane Whelan over there. Wins his free.
And you are saying like positions mean very little. It looked like Jack McCall is nearly playing as a half forward, you know. Now I see him sitting back in around the middle of the field, you know, and like we talked about, the 2 lads from the full back line attacking all the time as well. So Paul Ryan dropping deep, and that's probably allowing them to attack.
Yeah, Paul Ryan and Jack McCall seem to be just swapping positions and floating around the field everywhere. They're doing really well. Like Cathal Keegan has spent most of the first half up in this end of the field. Ball is into Michael Murphy. Heavy collision there between 2 players. If it's a head injury, should the game be stopped? Play on, says the referee. As Murphy is tackled, Murphy is fouled. It'll be a free into Barndarrig. And Annacurra players after shipping a heavy knock there.
Was it 2?
I think it could have been an Annacurra player actually runs into him here. Yeah, his own player actually. Ronan Brennan ran into Glenn Austin there, and he shipped a huge belt there, to be fair. But Michael Murphy fouled just after that, and you know, if this goes over, you have 23 minutes on the clock after conceding that kind of a sucker punch of a goal as well. Like Barndarrig have came back into this match, worked their way back into it. they'd have to be happy enough with the way it's going there.
Like they didn't panic after the goal. Like they just kept, they won the next kick out. They went short off the next kick out and worked the ball up the field is what they did, you know. And that was a free in, like, you know, because the contact on Michael Murphy wasn't shoulder to shoulder. He kind of was half in his back,
hip and legs taken out from under him. It's high, it's over the bar. It's not that high, it's over the bar though. That's all that matters to Barndarrig. It's 6 points now to the Barndarrig men. 1-1 to Annacurra, 23 minutes gone, just over 23 minutes gone here. 7 to go to half time plus injuries. Bob Fitzgerald will take the kick out.
Like we spoke earlier about Frank Clune and Grode Murphy being the big threat. It's Martin Cullen and Michael Murphy for Barndarrig, and like, and they've kicked their 6 points so far.
Oh, Anthony Quinn soars into the Aughrim sky and takes his free. The referee says bring it up because they stopped.
Yeah, but he was actually tackled. He was tackled. Like you can't tackle him within 4 steps after winning a kick out, you know. So he tackled him straight away. So he's right. It was a free to be brought forward 13 metres.
Ball is back in the hands of Malachy Stone. Stone 65 yards out from his own goal here. Solos, Anthony Quinn solos with this one, sizes up his options, pops it off as far as Cathal Keegan. Keegan cuts back inside and gives it to Martin Cullen. Cullen now playing that ever dangerous sweeper role that he plays and plays it so well. Goes all across the field. It's into the hands of James Cullen. Cullen looks to pop a little pass. It's high, gone off his boot. As well dealt with by Adam Healy over there. Back into the hands of Elliot Robinson, and Ronan Brennan deep in his own half here. Ham passes the ball away again as Gerard Murphy gets it now just 50 yards out from his own goal with a bit of a breeze in his back. Annacurra kind of under a little bit of pressure. They've left Frank Clune inside 1-on-1 with Andrew Kavanagh as they look to try and get the space in front of him. Elliot Robinson comes away with the ball. Solos with this one, has a look. Solos again. He's under all sorts of pressure from Bernard Quinn. Goes to ground, needs support, gets it from Adam Healy. Healy comes out with this one, looks to cut inside 2 tackles, does really well. Adam Healy, he's away up the field again. Johnny Carn is the first man to chase. Ball breaks back out. It's into the hands of Dylan Doyle. Doyle has a look, pops it off to Evan Doyle, out to Alan Byrne. Byrne is away from the edge of the square now as Glenn Austin drops back in on Michael Murphy. Here comes Alan Byrne up the field leading the charge, looking to take on all comers. Takes on Martin Cullen, does well, kicks this one high, but it's gone to the left of the post and wide. And well, you can see the heart and the determination there of Alan Byrne just trying to get something moving for Annacurra, because they're just a little bit flat at the minute.
You're right, that's exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to give him an inspirational score, is what he was trying to do, just to lift the team, you know, and you could see him flying up the field trying to get that score.
They are going to ground underneath us here, but there was, as the fella says, it's like the fridge at home, there was nothing in it. It was 2 lads' shoulder and he's gone to ground, and there's nothing more than that. I had full view of it.
It's amazing just looking at how hard the Barndarrig lads are working. The pressure they're putting on the Annacurra players on the ball, you know. Bernard Quinn there working really hard, nearly won a turnover there a few minutes ago, you know, chasing lads down. And that's evident all through the Barndarrig players at the moment.
26 minutes on the clock here, 1-1 to 6 points to Barndarrig. Barndarrig turning to play with the breeze in this second half, but 4 minutes is a long time to half time. In a final in Aughrim, I always find this, anything can happen between. After games, you nearly always find that you're talking about something that happened just before half time, be it a score or a save or a, you know, there's always something that you say near enough turned the game.
Yeah, you do. You'd be kind of looking at it and you're kind of saying, like, if whoever gets the next score, and if it's going to be 3 points or 2 points or 1 point, like, you know, at half time, and that can have a huge bearing on the second half.
Michael Crowley's back to his feet. Tom O'Shea takes the ball off his goalie, Aaron Jackson, and away they come up the field again looking for support here. Tom O'Shea gets it in the form of Andrew Kavanagh. Kavanagh wearing number 9 but come back to do a man marking job on Frank Clune. He likes his foray up the field every now and again as well, does Kavanagh. Barndarrig just look to take the sting out of things here, but they're patient to a point, but when they go forward, they really do go forward, and it's this man that's been driving a lot of it, as Tom O'Shea takes it into contact, though ball is stripped away from by Ronan Brennan. Brennan does well. Brennan wins his free, gets up quick, looks to take it quick, does take it quick enough anyway. Long ball down the line looking for Martin O'Brien. He's first out to that ball, has a look, it's 1-on-1 inside, a huge kick inside, but James Cullen gets out in front and does really well. There was a mark in it if he wanted it, didn't take it, gives it to Martin Cullen, and away they come again. It's that man Malachy Stone. Stone steps back inside Ham passes the ball out to Paul Ryan. Ryan has a look up, steps back inside. Again, there's huge numbers around that middle third as the ball breaks away from the grasp of Ryan, and it's first to react as Dylan Doyle does really well, gets the ball out here as far as Sean Weld. Weld breaks the first tackle, gets it inside to Martin O'Brien. O'Brien has a bit of space here now if he can try and work some kicks this one, but it's a poor kick that just drifts to the left of the post and wide. Never really caught it. He had Garrod and Frank not overly impressed there. I think they were making runs looping around him, but he went for the score. It just didn't happen, and it's 1-1 to 6 points there, 28 minutes gone.
Yeah, 2 wides in quick succession there for Annacurra, like 2 scores that probably needed badly, you know, coming up to half time. And you're right, Martin O'Brien had already made one up the field. He'd gone back, made another one. He was probably just a little bit out of gas and probably should have popped it off to a shooter, really.
Aaron Jackson kicks the ball out as far as Andrew Kavanagh. Kavanagh steps out, gives the ball to Martin Cullen. Cullen goes all the way across the right underneath the stand with it. He takes the ball back, little 1-2 and a 3-4 for good measure. It's Shane Whelan with this one, kicks a long foot pass in as far as Anthony Quinn. Quinn doesn't take the mark, gets out in front, again twists and turns and has a look at his options, but again carries into traffic, but does well to break traffic, turns all around, looks for Bernard Quinn. Huge numbers there back there, and it's a free out to Annacurra, and just probably the wrong option there for Anthony Quinn.
Yeah, you could see he was actually looking to give it to somebody, and then when it opened up in front of him he decided to move, but you could see him stopping again, looking for something to come off his shoulder, and it was Bernard Quinn that came, but he didn't get the ball to him.
Alan Byrne charges out of the defence with the ball and pops it to Sean Weld. Weld gets the ball, he's shouldered by Martin Cullen, play away to the referee. It was a fair enough shoulder, to be fair. James Keenan is on this one. Cathal Keegan pulls back his arm. It's a good spot from Jason Smyth. It's a free to Annacurra. They look to go quick into Gerard Murphy. He's out in front of Andrew Kavanagh this time. Pop back out to Adam Healy. He finds James Keenan. Keenan 14 yards out, about 5 yards in from the sideline here. Looks to recycle this one. Gets it to Adam Healy into the hands of Frank Clone. Clone we'll have 2 minutes of injury time at the end of this one. We're about 20 seconds to go, so we've 2 minutes and 20 seconds as Frank Clone looks to try and work his way out of trouble. Gets the ball back inside. Annacurra being patient here. Get the ball to Martin O'Brien. O'Brien fires one across Telly Robinson. Hits off his own player. It's gone loose and might get to him. It does get to Michael Healy. He's gone to ground. Referee says play on. I didn't see that, to be fair. Now he might be injured, but there was a hand in, but the referee was having none of it. That he's the ball from Elliot Robinson just clipped off Gerard Murphy, and there looked to be a hand in on the ball. If it was innocuous, there was definitely no intent, and he's been blown for over carrying. So what was a good build up, I suppose, if you want to go into rugby talk of phases for Annacurra, it's just broken down there.
Yeah, and Sean Well has done really well for them on a couple of occasions, coming up along this right hand wing, and he's actually either given off a good ball or carried it well, you know. But I was just talking about Bernard Quinn, the tackling that he's actually putting in and the work rate. There he is winning a turnover inside his own 45, you know, with a big tackle, you know.
Is there? The player's still down on the ground here, still injured. So they're calling Stephen Murphy up. It's going to be a throw ball, the referee says now. He's changed his mind because of the injury. It's a blood sub here. We're going to have for Annacurra right in the stroke of half time. There'll be another minute or two. Kevin Healy looks to be the one coming on here as Michael Healy goes off on a blood sub. It'll be a throw in with Andrew Kavanagh and Stephen Murphy, who are getting to know one another underneath this one. I think the longer this goes on, it's number 17, Shane O'Keefe, is in actually. I'm told it's Kevin Healy, it's not Shane O'Keefe, he's wearing number 17, so we'll go on that word, and if it's wrong I'll give you the name of who gave me the information later. It'll be a throw in now. 2 lads going to receive 2 yellow cards here now for absolutely silly stuff. A yellow card for Andrew Kavanagh and a yellow card for Stephen Murphy there for messing. Ball is in, a slap back there into the hands of Martin Cullen. Cullen looks to pop a little pass. It's a good pass out as far as Shane Whelan. He needs support though, gets support from Paul Ryan. Ryan underneath the stand comes away with this one, hops it through the tackle, and he has 2 men inside him. Anthony Quinn is one, Malachi Stone is the other. It'll be a free for a push on Paul Ryan. He was playing under an advantage, and Dylan Doyle now is going to go into the book. All of a sudden here we have cards being flittered around for all sorts. Yeah, it's just a blatant push, really. It's not one you'd want to be on a yellow card for in the county final.
No, and players will have to be careful, picking up yellow cards in the first half, and they'll have to be careful with their tackling in the second half.
We're just about 33 minutes gone. We said there'd be 2 of injuries. There's actually been no real play in that 2 minutes, so we could have another 2 here. Martin Cullen gets the ball off to Paul Ryan. He goes long, looking inside to Johnny Carlin. Oh, Carlin done really well to get to the pitch of that one and pops it off back out to Paul Ryan. Ryan just about brings it with him, gives the ball back in as far as Martin Cullen. Cullen looks to try and get the ball on the right foot, but he gives it back to as far as Jack McCall. McCall solos with this one. Barndarrig again just taking the patient approach, trying to draw the Annacurra defence out. It's in the hands of Shane Whelan back to Malachy Stone, and that's the last passage of play in this first half. It's, as we said, 6 points to Barndarrig. It's 1-1 to Annacurra after a war of attrition, I suppose, of a first half. Barndarrig owned it the first 10 minutes, and all of a sudden Annacurra got down and got a wonderfully worked goal. And, Barndarrig have responded really well to that by working their way back into the game, working their way back in front, Podge.
Yeah, I don't think either team will be overly disappointed, really. I think the two of them, like Barndarrig, will definitely be happy enough, like they're 2 points up, after playing against the Breeze. Annacurra, no, they haven't really played that well, and there's probably more in Annacurra, so I'd say they'll go in on half time and they'll regroup, and both will feel like they have a real good chance to get into senior football in 2024.
Yeah, look, that's it. We're going to take a quick break here now. Come back for the second half of this one. It's going to be a cracking game here. It's 1-1 Annacurra, 6 points Barndarrig in the Darcy Sands Intermediate Football Final for 2023. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. Now we have with us Jason Smyth, our Intermediate Football Final for Saturday. Referee. Jason, thanks a million for taking a bit of time out to have a chat with us. I suppose firstly, Jason, just what it actually means to yourself to get the call on the big day and for this massive final for yourself.
Yeah, it was brilliant to get the call. A lot of work and a lot of games to be refereed through the year, and just delighted to get that call from Miley. It was a nice end to the year to get that call, and big game tomorrow to go for it, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and I suppose, look, you've been refereeing a couple of years now. You've been a breath of fresh air in my book. Your style of refereeing and all suits lots of teams, the way you let the game go and keep tabs on everything at the same time, which is an art in itself. But, 2 teams coming in here tomorrow, 2 real footballing teams. And I suppose, hopefully, if the weather gods look down on us for an hour or two, with yourself in the middle and these 2 teams going toe to toe, I suppose it should be a cracking game.
Yeah, they both try and play football, and we hopefully with a good day, and hopefully the Aughrim pitch holds up, because that's a lot of rain today, and we'll hopefully be a great game. I'm looking forward to it. The lads are looking forward to it. The umpires and everyone's looking forward to it. So get a good game, a good day, a good game should follow.
Yeah, and I suppose as you just mentioned there a second ago, your umpires are a huge part of the day and your team as well. Your trusted lieutenants, I suppose you call them. Can you just give us a run through who will be standing on the post with you tomorrow?
Yeah, so we have John Slater and James Barrett and Alton Rooney from Stratford. All really good lads, been with me all through the years and over the last 4 years in Wicklow now. And Kieran Fleming as well. He's come with me as well. So he referees as well with Kieran, and it's great to have him with us as well. A bit of experience in the posts, and the lads have been great all year. They've been up and down the county with me, and it's great for them as well.
Yeah, and I suppose sometimes they can be the unsung heroes, really. No more than yourselves doing the refereeing. Like, these games can't go ahead without you. And, the 3 lads, as you said, and you've Kieran Fleming, our intermediate hurling referee there last Sunday with huge experience as well. So that's good going into tomorrow.
Yeah, it's massive. It gives that little bit of confidence that when you turn your back, they have it. We have it covered. And the same with Garrett and Noel doing the line for me as well. I know that if anything happens behind me, they've got me covered. So that kind of makes me focus on what's going on ahead of me and what's going on the ball itself. So that's just, it's a little bit of things that, it's championship and it's great to have them. And even getting them in league matches, it just makes a massive difference. Umpires, you don't realize how much they help referees until you're stuck in the middle and things are happening around you, and they're there to give you a dig out.
Yeah. I suppose, as you alluded to, sometimes these league matches in early February or March or whenever, and no umpires and all, it's, you're very much on your own in the middle with your whistle at that stage. I've seen it happen for years. But as you said, it gives you great comfort that you can actually go about your job with a lot more ease and focus on where the play is and the ball is as well. And I suppose from that point of view, we say, what would you say to any of the younger people looking to get into refereeing? I know sometimes it can get bad press, as the fella said, but any of the lads that do it up to the standard yourselves are doing it to there, they all seem delighted to be able to do it,
Yeah, it's a strange thing refereeing. Like, I've been refereeing since I've been 18, 19. I got injured and couldn't kick a football, so running around the pitch. All I can say is you don't think you're going to enjoy it until you're actually doing it. And what it really changed is you're the first person in any piece of skill. You're usually the closest person, apart from the player who's done the piece of skill. So you get really good enjoyment from watching really good games. You're doing your job, and you're watching for everything. But when someone comes along and does a bit of skill and puts the ball over the bar, and you're 5-6 yards from them, it's like, that's a lot of enjoyment there and then. For young lads coming through, like, I think I'm saying, I try to think myself as young as well, but it's a long road refereeing. You learn a lot. Like, the rule book is tricky, and it's a tough thing there's a lot of rules there, but the more experience you get, the more you kind of clue into what needs to be done on the pitch, and decisions need to be made. And as long as you realise you're there to facilitate the lads playing football, your life gets easier, and you just apply the rules and outweigh that, and everything else doesn't really matter. If everyone's shouting at you, you're the man in the whistle, you've got in control, and away you go from there. There's a lot of experience. It's mainly experience. It's mainly just the first 3 or 4 years of refereeing is always going to be tough. It's just getting through it, and then you'll get the enjoyment. Promise you, any young lad, you'll get the enjoyment eventually. From it.
Yeah, and look, I suppose on that note, Jason, thanks a million for taking your time out tonight. You have a big day ahead tomorrow. You'll be well up for it, well able for it. To your umpires and linesmen as well, the very best of luck tomorrow. We'll see you in Aughrim, and hope everything goes well.
Cheers, Emmett. Thanks very much.
Lovely, thanks.
I see you somewhere around. Oh, I guess I see you somewhere around.
You're all very welcome back to Aughrim here for the second half of our Darcy Sands Intermediate Football Championship final. The half-time score was Annacurra 1-1, Barndarrig 6 points. Annacurra would have played with the aid of the breeze in the first half. Podge, I think that breeze has probably picked up a little bit. It's probably not going to affect the game. They're kind of two teams that run the ball into danger, up to the danger end of the field anyway. Doesn't seem to be many changes. Michael Healy has resumed from a blood sub. Other than that, I think
no other changes. It's Emmett.
Ball is in, game is on. Jason Smyth throws this one up, breaks in the middle of the field again. Paul Ryan is first to that, takes off down the field with the ball. Little hand pass outside into the corner. Here is Barndarrig come raiding, get the ball into Bernard Quinn, breaks one tackle, hops the ball again. He's hard stopped this man, but a brilliant hand in there. Ball breaks out to Michael Crowley. He gets the ball back out to Paul Ryan. Ryan has a look, tries to pick a pass inside to Michael Murphy, comes off the hands of Murphy. Bob Fitzgerald is happy enough to come away with that one, gets it out underneath the stand again. It takes two attempts out of just about, kept in by the Annacurra defence. Martin O'Brien comes away with this one, hand passes up the field, but it's picked off by Martin Cullen. Just didn't react there, the Annacurra men. Ball is out right on the sideline between the 14 and the 21 underneath the tricolour here in Aughrim as Barndarrig kick into the town end here. Jack McCall gets this one, gives it to Paul Ryan, top of the D. Didn't really catch it, did he? It's dropping, it's dangerous. Bob Fitzgerald is under. Good strong fist from Bob Fitzgerald as Michael Murphy was dangerous there. A heavy collision of legs under the ball there. Both players going full belt for that one, and it's leg on leg, it's knee on knee, and that's a sore looking collision.
Yeah, in fairness, Johnny Carlin was actually really brave because he went down really early I'd say just trying to get to the ball ahead of him, and it probably wasn't his ball to win at all.
It looks like legs and knee on knee for me. It's two players there took a heavy bang there. Both, as all eyes were on the ball, to be fair. It's is it Adam Healy? It's Adam Healy and Johnny Carlin there. Johnny Carlin looks to be in all sorts of distress as well. Adam Healy doesn't look to be great either, to be fair to the two players. As I said, there was...
Well, you can ask no more from a player than to be that brave and go for a ball. There was nobody pulling out.
On both sides, the two of them.
Yeah, Adam Healy was probably a slight advantage, but Johnny Carlin kind of said, I'm going for this ball as well, and it was just a collision.
2 minutes just on the clock here. We've probably a chance there for Barndarrig with Paul Ryan just came off his boot and looped in. That led us to this incident there as Johnny Carlin is just about back to his feet. He gets up, he looks like he'll resume. Adam Healy doesn't look to be as lively at the minute, but hopefully he'll get up. And the referee Jason Smyth is just assessing the situation. Anthony Quinn is there. It looks like it's going to be a throw ball because no one was in possession, so it can't be an indirect free. So
yeah, no, they're signaling looking for a sub here, so they are for Adam Healy, and you're right, he will have to throw the ball up because and he was right to stop the game as well because it looked like serious enough injuries for both players.
When you see a clash of bodies like that, it's fairly serious. So we have Adam Healy unfortunately being helped off there. That's, I suppose, it
could be just knee on knee or something like that, and they're often very sore. And
Ewan Harper's about to come in here for Adam Healy. As we don't like to see anyone leaving a pitch like that. We hope he's okay. He's putting the leg to the ground anyway, which would be a good enough sign, but we wish him all the best. We hope he's okay. The ball is going to be thrown in here.
Number 2, Ewan Harper, replaces number 3, Adam Healy.
Ball is back in play here as Anthony Quinn looks to get. He tried to get the second attempt. Elliot Robinson goes back, gives the ball back to Bob Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald looks to find his way out of the danger area there. Does well enough to get the ball to Stephen Murphy. Murphy is tackled by 1-2 men. He gets away there on the second tackle. He was fouled.
He was probably lucky. Probably the first tackle was probably one that was the free. Anthony Quinn's was actually a good tackle, I think.
Yeah,
probably the Paul Ryan tackle is probably what I gave the free for.
Ball is taken, it's back in the hands of Bob Fitzgerald. Annacurra now need to get back into this game, get their head in the game and start building. Bob Fitzgerald comes all the way out to his 45, tries to loop a hand pass to James Keane. He does well, he gets it to him as well. Ball is back in the hands of Michael Healy. Healy goes across the field to Martin O'Brien. O'Brien takes it in, looks for the foot pass, it's loose though, and it goes to Elliot Robinson. He'll have time to get back and pick this one up. Robinson hand passes it back to Martin O'Brien. They're 65 yards out from the town goal here as they look to come raiding up the field for the first time in this Martin O'Brien goes to ground. Get up, says the referee. Play on. It's a left foot kick from Stephen Murphy, didn't quite catch it as well as he would have liked, and it's shepherded out over the line. It's a line ball, but it is a free. Who's playing under advantage. He didn't put up his arm for the advantage, and it looked like he told Martin to get up off the ground, to be honest, but he has given the free there.
Yeah, it was probably just a collision. Like I don't think it was a black card offence or anything like that. I'd say maybe it was for a little pullback. And I'd say the instruction to Annacurra at half time was to get Martin O'Brien, or the instruction to Martin O'Brien was get on the ball more, because he's actually been on the ball more in the second half than he was in the whole of the first half.
It's a loose free kick though, and it's a free to Barndarrig. Gets picked off by Martin Cullen, playing back in that pocket, doing what he does so well. Malachy Stone comes raiding forward with the ball, gets it out to Shane Whelan. Whelan is 65 yards out from the Harps end, steps around the tackle, pops it back in as far as Jack McCall. McCall looks up, again looks to recycle the ball. Barndarrig again being patient, and again on that ball is Martin Cullen. Fires it out to the sideline here as they look to build possession for a few minutes to try and take the sting out of Annacurra legs. Oh, brilliant pass inside there by Martin Cullen, finds Malachy Stone way up the field. He's about 40 yards out, pops the ball off outside as they look to get into the scoring zone. Johnny Carlin has this one, he comes back out the field with it though, gives it out as far as Martin Cullen. Cullen steps inside, pops it back outside again. It's into the number 7, Jack McCall. It's Barndarrig just really taking control there at the minute, and it's into the hands of Anthony Quinn. Quinn goes forward, pops it off to Paul Ryan. Ryan sets himself, but again it's gone off the hand of an Annacurra man. It'll be a 45, and Barndarrig just, I suppose keeping possession without really threatening, if you wanted to say it, Podge.
Yeah, no, like they've had all the attacking play in this second half, but a couple of snapshots is all they've had really for it, but this is an opportunity now with a little bit of breeze behind them, should make this a little bit easier to kick this 45.
Yeah, it's about 7 or 8 yards to the right hand side of the post, kicking down into the town end. It's on this side. Here comes number 21, Kevin Healy.
Yeah, Ronan Brennan.
Ronan had been on a good bit of ball there, but he's called ashore, he's put in his shift, so the kick will be Paul Ryan's. Just about 7 minutes on the clock. This would make it a 3-point game here. Ryan doesn't quite catch this one. It's going away to the left of the post and wide, and just never really caught hold of it. Paul Ryan, the captain there. Still a 2-point game here in Aughrim as Kevin Healy comes in for Ronan Brennan.
Probably with those the two injuries there earlier on has taken a little bit of the fizz out of the game, I think. Gone a little bit flat.
Even the crowd are gone a bit flat since that. That's just that break and play. It's a long kick out again, breaks at the far side of the field. Kyle Keegan does really well, spills from his possession but hops away to the good effect for the Barndarrig men. Tom O'Shea is gobbled up there. Is he just doing enough? His Annacurra defence, it's a bit scrappy. Annacurra player Elliot Robinson goes down on the ball, picks up the ball, does well. He's gone down holding his shoulder. There's a lot of lads starting to suffer the effects of this one. It's been I wouldn't have said it was an overly physical encounter, but there's lots of players seem to be starting to blow a little bit.
Yeah, but fully committed is what I would say. It's like lads are flying into tackles and things like that, but it's just a commitment to getting to the ball or getting in that tackle is all it is.
As you would say, with scant regard for themselves.
For anyone's safety.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's full-blooded, and is it going to be another? Annacurra are not getting the rub of the green here with injuries at the minute. It looks, Elliot Robinson was back from a shoulder operation as well. It looks like he's taking a bang in that shoulder, so that doesn't look good now, Pod.
No, you could see it straight away. It was like one of those, what do they call them, stinger injuries, when the lads get right on the pressure point or whatever you call it. But yeah, it looks sore from the minute he got the belt. Yeah, no, he's going to come off. They're looking for him to be taken off. Yeah. And that's two defenders now they're after losing in a short space of time.
A double blow here for Annacurra in the first 8 minutes of the second half. First just under 9 minutes. We probably only had 2 or 3 minutes of football. So Paul MacDonald is about to enter the fray here. It'll be Paul MacDonald for Elliot Robinson. Number 24 is in the game. So again, as we said, we've just had a Kind of a broken second half so far, 9 minutes gone. Bob Fitzgerald looks to lift the siege. He's 65 yards out from his own goal. Pops a little pass off as Annacurra try to get a foothold in this game, try to get up the field. They've hardly been up the field in the second half. Stephen Murphy drills a ball. Again it's off the outside of his boot, and again it's into Jack McCall. I can't understand going out to the wings with that type of ball when you have Frank Clune and Gerard Murphy inside, as Malachi Stone comes away with the ball. He gets it to Shane Whelan has a look up. There's a man inside as he looks for us, Johnny Carlin. He's asking a lot of Carlin to get to that. He does though, he does really well. He's right on the sideline. He's pushed right on the sideline there, and it's a free. Carlin is playing well down there.
Yeah, he actually did well there, because you see, if he had attacked that ball when it bounced first, he probably would have run out over the sideline. So he slowed up, took the ball, got to the edge of the sideline. It was like a needless free there, really, because he was under all sorts of pressure to do something with it.
10 minutes on the clock. Michael Murphy is right just outside the 14. He'll surely look to give and go, or will he have it? Yeah, he'll look to give and go here. He does give and go. Gives it to Paul Ryan. The Annacurra defence get back in numbers. Does enough to get back to Michael Murphy. Murphy tries to get away from 2, 3 green and yellow jerseys. Ball breaks away. Michael Healy breaks away with that ball, and away come Annacurra. It's palmed away. Oh, the crowd underneath me had their heart in their mouth, but it's got all the way across there. Bernard Quinn pressuring the defence again. It's back with Michael Healy. Healy has a look up and pops the pass up the field here as the Annacurra men try to get away. Did he touch it on the ground? He did. He was under all sorts of pressure. Kevin Healy has touched the ball on the ground. It'll be a free to Barndarrig, and everything just going against Annacurra here, but there's huge pressure on them.
Yeah, he didn't actually see Anthony Quinn coming, is what it was, and he went to play the ball, and then he had to protect it, and he just kind of was a little tangle of legs or whatever it was, and he ends up fouling the ball on the ground.
Long ball, a looping ball right out to the corners, taken by Jack McCall. He done really well. He turned as he took it as well, brings him back into play, gives it back to Paul Ryan. Ryan has a look, goes out to Johnny Carlin. Carlin has hands on the ball, has a chance to shoot, but drills this one high. It's a dangerous diagonal ball. Oh, Murphy's all over it, is he? Oh, it's good play. It's touched on the ground. It's hard luck from the defender, to be fair. Murphy looked like he got it. The defender gets his hand on and gets it away, but as he fell, his hand falls on the ball on the ground, to be fair.
Yeah, I think it was Paul McDonald, and he was really unlucky. Like, you could see he was just being brave again. He's fallen to the ground and he's trying to get something on the ball, but he made contact with it. The ball was on the ground. Fierce unlucky, really. Fierce
unlucky is right. But it looked like Michael Murphy now will make this a 3-point game. We've just about 12 minutes on the clock. 7 points here for Barndarrig at the minute now to 1-1. The worry for Annacurra is like 1-1 in nearly 43, 2 or 3 minutes of the game.
Yeah, and it's still only that's the first score of the second half. Like, we've had 12, well, probably you're right, probably about 7 minutes to play with the injuries we're after having, but you're right, Annacurra need to get score.
Bob Fitzgerald kicks this one along. It goes out onto the stand side. There's a push in the back over there. Ball broke away, but there was hands on the back there. Annacurra's free. As we said, they look to lift the siege now. Martin O'Brien, surely the man to try and lift it, but he's stopped in his tracks by Martin Cullen, or by Cathal Keegan. Keegan turns him, Bernard Quinn turns him. Huge pressure on the man on the ball. Tussle there, and Bernard Quinn drags his man back. It'll be a free to Annacurra, but again, you can see Barndarrig have copped on to Martin O'Brien being the man that Annacurra want on the ball, because there's huge pressure on him when he gets it.
Yeah, they have, and you can see the intent in the tackling in the Barndarrig players there.
Late tackle there by Michael Crowley, and it's going to be a free in. That's a black card. He's gone on him. Michael Crowley's gone for 10 minutes on the black card. That's a huge blow there at 13 minutes in the second half. So down to 14 men now.
And this is now a great opportunity for Annacurra to get a foothold in the game. And Michael O'Brien is after coming on for Michael Healy there as well.
Mick O'Brien is in for Mick Healy. All changes going on here as Annacurra look, as you said, to get a foothold in the game. Paul McDonald, top of the D, gets it to Gerard Murphy, back to James Keegan, back to Gerard Murphy. They look to try and get the right man on the ball in the right place. It goes through the hands. Huge numbers back there from the Barndarrig men, just trying to hold out now. It's a long 10 minutes in the second half. Mick O'Brien tries to pick a pass, does pick a pass out to Hallenborn. Good play. Here's Byrne on the ball, solos forward. Johnny Carlin on his case. Good tackling from Carlin. Alan Byrne gets the ball in along the line to Paul McDonald. McDonald fires this one. It's gone high and it's gone wide, but it's a free in, says the referee, for a foul. I think it was on Alan Byrne first. It must have been the advantage. So
yeah, great opportunity for Annacurra to bring this back to 2 points.
And you know something? To be under the pressure they've been under for 13 or 14 minutes of this second half, and if they're only 2 points down now, it's not the end of the world.
You know, like this is really their first opportunity to get a score in the second half.
Frank Cloone, usually good on these. He's very good on this one. It's high and it's over the bar from Frank Cloone. It's 1-1, 1-2 to Annacurra. It's 7 points to Barndarrig. 14 and a half minutes on our clock here as Barndarrig are down to 14 men on a black card. Michael Crowley gone off. We're only about 2 minutes into that.
Annacurra nearly conceded every kick out in the first half short, you know, or in around the 45 or something like that. But you see they're not going to do that now.
Long kick down the field looking for Bernard Quinn. Again, Mick O'Brien just gets a hand on it, picks it up at the second attempt and pops it off as far as James Keenan. Keenan solos forward at this one, has a look up. Again, they look to get the ball to those men inside. It's Gerard Murphy does well, twists and turns, but there's numbers back from Barndarrig. There's a collision of players off the ball. Play on, says the referee. Alan Byrne is on the ball, middle of the field in Aughrim, 65 yards out. Solos has a look, pops a little pass inside. Oh, it's well cut out, and a heavy collision on that one there. It's a heavy collision, but as obviously the referee feels it's not shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, that's why he's actually saying that he actually caught him on the ribs. He's saying it's not shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, it's a heavy one in from the side there by Dylan Doyle.
Yeah.
Look, I suppose if it's
probably just mistimed more than anything, like, you know, and if it probably was just a little bit in the back, it wasn't shoulder to shoulder, I'd agree with the referee.
Said there might be a Barndarrig lad over there mightn't agree with you at the minute because he's after getting one hell of a thump. It'll be a free to Barndarrig deep in their own half here as evening falls in Aughrim. As we said, it's 1-2 to 7 points. The free is taken and it's gone back into the hands of Aaron Jackson. He gives it back out there to Martin Cullen. It's in the hands of Andrew Kavanagh. Kavanagh comes up the field with this one. Again, he needs support. That support is not there as much as it was, but Kavanagh does well enough to get out of trouble. Malachy Stone breaks a tackle, cuts back inside. Again, hard work from the Annacurra men, but Malachy Stone is tackled again by Mick O'Brien, turned over by Mick O'Brien. There's a man inside, there's a chance here. Martin O'Brien comes raiding up the field. The ball was turned over. O'Brien looking for goal. Oh, brilliant save by Aaron Jackson. Wonderful save by Jackson, and really good work from Mick O'Brien to turn that one over, set up the chance. He found a little pass inside which was offloaded to Martin O'Brien. Anthony Quinn actually done really well here. He showed him away from the goal, he narrowed the angle, but what a save from the keeper as well.
Yeah, great save from Aaron Jackson, and it was a goal opportunity when Mick O'Brien turned the ball over, like when he got it into Kevin Healy, you know, and he probably should have maybe retained possession and used Martin O'Brien later, because when Martin O'Brien got the ball he still had to be
an awful lot to do.
Yeah, he still had a lot to do, like, you know. And
45 will be from Gerard Murphy. 17 and a half minutes on the clock. This to put the minimum between the teams. Murphy kicks this one, slips as he kicks it. Dangerous, but it's not dangerous for Aaron Jackson. Comes out, takes it on his chest, get the ball out as far as his cornerback James Cullen. Cullen plays a little 1-2 and comes down the line here. Barndarrig have a lot to do. Oh, looked like a late tackle enough. No, it's a line ball for Annacurra. Michael Murphy is out underneath the ball. Annacurra retrieved the ball here, and it's all Annacurra at the minute. We were expecting Annacurra to come strong anyway, but especially with the extra man pods.
Yeah, since the black card has actually happened, Annacurra have actually changed the way they're playing. They're putting more and more pressure on Barndarrig when they have the ball.
Great hand in from Malachy Stone back there, gets the ball as far as Anthony Quinn. Little 1-2, gets it out to Jack McCall. McCall took his eye off it, and it's Mick O'Brien who caused the turnover, gets it back to Dylan Doyle. Doyle is tackle, play on, says the referee, gives it to Martin O'Brien. It's a loopy hand pass, it's a heavy collision with Evan Doyle and Bernard Quinn again. These boys are putting everything on the line on both sides. It's almost like a rolling maul in there at the minute. The player that went down the ball, Paul MacDonald, gets his free, gets his advantage, but there's another player down from Annacurra here after taking a heavy knock, and he seems in a little bit of distress. A couple of players gone over to him.
Well, to tell you the truth, right, that was a collision with Bernard Quinn, Evan Doyle and Bernard Quinn. Evan Doyle was obviously really badly hurt, but he played on. The ball was on the ground, he goes and gets it, gives it off to a player, and then he goes down. Like, he didn't go down injured when he received the hit first, because the ball was there and he knew how important it was to win it. Because this is now an opportunity to get Annacurra back to a point, you know, so they're really capitalising on it when Barndarrig are down to 14 players.
It's Frank Clune, he's pretty much central in front of the goal here. Evan Doyle is up, to be fair to him. He's took a heavy bang and he's up. So it'll be a kick from Frank Clune, straight forward for Frank. Straight forward it is. It's 1-3 to 7 points. We've 19 and a half minutes on the clock here in Aughrim. This one is going all the way down to the end. We've about 3.5 minutes left on a black card. Can Barndarrig do damage limitation here now?
And that's exactly what they need to do, Barndarrig. If Annacurra get the next score and they get back level, even if Barndarrig get back to 15, they still have them under serious pressure.
High ball down the far side. The break comes to the Annacurra men, and it's a free to Annacurra for tackling, for fouling. There's a player gone down on the far side. That player is Cathal Keegan. He's injured. Free is taken quickly. Play on, says the referee. Annacurra come raiding again. Long ball inside. Dangerous ball inside. There's a hand on it from the defender. Gerard Murphy, does he get to it? No, he doesn't. 2-3 players go for it. Annacurra come up with possession. Gerard Murphy gets it back to Kevin Healy. Healy pops a little pass outside, does really well. Again, Annacurra get the ball to Dylan Doyle. Doyle underneath the scoreboard. Looks to come back out with it. It's loose, it's out. But Martin O'Brien reacts first. O'Brien will be there with it first. The physios are all over the field here. There's bodies all over the field. It's a breakdown though in a loose hand pass there, and there's two Barndarrig men down now. Signal
red card. We're after having the red card.
There's a red card gone to someone. It's Dylan Doyle. Dylan Doyle has received it. Looked to be a straight red, is it?
No, he gave him a yellow, and gave him a red.
Oh, it's all after happening here in the last few minutes. Dylan Doyle gone for a red, the captain. There's 2 Barndarrig men down injured, 3 Barndarrig men down injured, 2 with cramp, 1 from the injury. Dylan Doyle walks out to the line. There's a sub going to come on for Barndarrig here, is number 17, Joe O'Shea. Oh, it's all happening here in Aughrim, Podge.
Yeah, it surely is. It's Cathal Keegan is the first one that's definitely coming off. That's who Joe O'Shea is coming on for. It looks like James Cullen is down with cramp, and Paul Ryan obviously down with that injury. But that's going to be a massive blow to Annacurra, going down to 14 players. And while the player is down injured, the black card time is now running down as well. You know, so the opportunity, that should have been a real good opportunity for Annacurra maybe to get back level. But a great turnover from Paul Ryan.
Brilliant turnover, yeah. It was a loose enough hand pass. Like Annacurra were asking all the questions there. Barndarrig have been manful to the end. It's number 3, Cathal Keegan comes off. Number 17, as we said, Joe O'Shea comes on. We have 22 minutes gone. We've 8 to go here. We've another minute on the black card, if I'm right. So it's, anyone tuning in here and sees a score of 1-3 to 7 points, don't let that fool you. This has been an unmerciful battle of both sides, both teams giving everything they have. It's been physical, it's been tough. We've had cards, we've had injuries, we've had everything. But now we have Andrew Kavanagh coming down the field with the ball, pops it to Anthony Quinn, gives it to Johnny Carlin. Carlin looks for a little ball inside. Brilliantly. Red ball. It's just hands on it there. Annacurra do come up with possession. It'll be a free out, surely. It is a free out, and that's a big interception on Michael Murphy there, because Barndarrig got down the field. They were looking dangerous. Glenn Austin comes away with the ball. Annacurra look to get down the field. They're looking for another score to get at least level in this one. Gets the ball to Martin O'Brien. O'Brien's still going. Gives the ball out as far as the number 7, Glenn Austin. Austin just spills it. Johnny Carlin tries to get a boo on it. Gives it to Martin O'Brien. Good hands from O'Brien. Gets the ball back to Alan Byrne. Byrne is 65 yards out from the Herb's end. It's back around and it's in through the hands of the Annacurra men. A wonderful outside the boot pass there. Finds Ewan Harper. Harper solos forward with this one. Gives the ball to Stephen Murphy. Murphy pops it off to Mick O'Brien. O'Brien has a look up, sizes up his options. 45 yards out. Hand passes it all across the field. Good play here by Annacurra. They're just trying to tease out. It's patient. They're trying to tease out the defence. Kevin Healy says he's had enough. I'm going long to Garrod. It's a high, dangerous ball. Garrod gets hands on it. Ball breaks inside. inside, he's well shepherded back there. Away comes Kavanagh with the ball. Good defence by Barndarrig, and up the field they come. It's into the hands of Anthony Quinn. Quinn solo 65 yards out from his own goal, gets past the middle of the field, gets to the 65, it's loose. Johnny Carlin, oh well done from Carlin to get to that. He was nowhere near the favourite to get to that. He's done really well. He recycles possessions and wins. He's free. That's a big moment in this game.
Yeah, and it's another example of players just being really, really brave, you know, showing no regard for their own safety at all by just throwing themselves in for the ball. And he had to do that, because if he didn't do that, James Keenan had it, and they were gone on a break up the field.
Back in the fray is Michael Crowley after his black card. It's 1-3 to 7 points, 24 and a half minutes on the clock. It'll be a free to Barndarrig. Nobody said it was going to be easy, but this one never was.
No, just going back to the last attack there, Ewan Harper did really, really well. Like, you know, intercepting that pass into Michael Murphy, you know, and if he didn't do that, it was probably going to be a score for Barndarrig.
And almost, you know, done so well and almost lost it and won it back again the second time. They done really, really well. As I said, it's 25 minutes on the clock here. Who has the last few minutes in the legs? Who can get over the line here in the Darcy Sands Intermediate Football Championship final? Paul Ryan has the ball in his possession. Barndarrig will look to try and work a score off of this. So they've gone all the way back to Andrew Kavanagh, happy enough to go backwards to him. He gets the ball, solos with it, has a look up, picks a little pass. It's a flowy looking one to Paul Ryan. Mick O'Brien's all over it. Johnny Carlin is there, done well again. Carlin gets the ball in as far as Martin Cullen. Cullen gets the ball down the line. It's loose though again from Paul Ryan. It's into the hands of Alan Byrne. Byrne gets the ball to Martin O'Brien. O'Brien pops it off to Gerard Murphy. Little 1-2, and away comes Martin O'Brien. Solos with this one. 2 county finals in a week for Martin O'Brien. You wouldn't think it to look at him. He's been immense in this one again, to be fair. Annacurra have won the free. They've numbers on this side, and away they come up the field with Alan Byrne. Byrne is still going. He's nearing his 40th year now, and he just won't stop going. He's driving Annacurra forward. Great play from Alan Byrne.
You know, and at moments like this, that's when you need players to do something inspirational, and that's what Annacurra need. They're going to need Alan Byrne and Martin O'Brien and these lads to drag them out of this now.
1-3 to 7 points here. Loose pass inside again. It's gathered up by James Cullen. Cullen's in all sorts of trouble trying to get rid of it. The ball goes to ground. It's all over the place in there. It's picked up, but Frank Clune twists and turns and tries to find a little bit of space to swing that leg. Stephen Murphy tries to break the tackle of Malachy Stone. Goes forward. It's a free in to Annacurra. It looked like it might be over carrying, but they just about, I think it's the first tackle from Malachy Stone. He almost holds him up like a choke tackle. He doesn't. He gets his arms around him here. I think that's where the free came from, the 2 arms. It's championship time. It's Frank Clune has this one. We've 27 minutes just about gone. This will level the teams here in Aughrim at 7 points to 1-4 if it goes over. There's a change coming here. It'll be Michael Cullen coming on. Will be interesting to see who goes. Oh, Frank Clune has kicked this one and it's gone to the right and wide. You'd have put the house on Frank Clune kicking that one. So uncharacteristic, but in such days, like, pressure is county final pressure is huge.
Yeah, 99 times out of 100 Frank Clune had kicked those without a shadow of a doubt.
Substitution on the Barndarrig team. Number 13, Michael Cullen, replaces number 12, Michael Crowley.
Michael Cullen comes on from Michael Crowley just after he came back in there after his few minutes in the bin. Aaron Jackson, possession vital from this kick out. Shane Whelan is on this sideline looking for it. They're happy to leave him there. They go long down Paul Ryan. Hand on it from Paul Ryan. Gets it to Martin Cullen. Cullen tries to get a hand on it. Breaks away from Martin O'Brien. Has it. Gets it to Alan Byrne. Byrne pops it off to Glenn Austin. Here come the Annacurra men down into the Herbst then. Kevin Healy's on the ball. Has a look. Oh, brilliant ball inside. Glenn Austin has a chance here. Kicks this one high and kicks it over the bar. We're level. We're level in Aughrim. It's 1-4 to 7 points. 28 minutes on the clock. Again the driving force. Martin O'Brien and Alan Byrne driving forward with Glenn Austin. He got down the line. A Q angle for, you know, he's a back by trade, as the fella said. It didn't faze him though. He kicked a great score.
Yeah, and just off that kick out, like Annacurra went long and it was Paul Ryan that was competing for it and all the big men to have in the middle. But fantastic score.
Here come Annacurra again, raiding. They've won the break in the middle of the field. Mick O'Brien gets his head up, picks a pass across to Martin O'Brien. Is broken away from him by Joe O'Shea. Tom O'Shea gets his boot to it, follows it himself to number 2. Good play by him to keep it in if he can. Has he got the legs to keep going? Alan Byrne will go back down and try and pick this one up. He goes close to the ground. He does enough. Alan Byrne gets it back as far as Bob Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is pressured, but a loose looking foot pass here, and it's Mick O'Brien will get everything out of his legs to try and keep this ball alive. He does keep the ball alive. Joe O'Shea comes down, tackles him and does well. Mick O'Brien is strong enough to get it the second time. Goes to ground with that one, and it's going to be a free in. Mick O'Brien put his head down and charged. I think the referee is saying, I'd say Mick O'Brien couldn't do any more, because I'd say he was out on his feet.
He was, yeah, because he had to work so hard to get the ball first. Joe O'Shea was actually really good, you know, nearly turned it over first, and then Mick O'Brien was under pressure, and in fairness, the Barndarrig lads got around him. They kind of sensed that he was under pressure, and he gave away a free.
Michael Murphy has a huge opportunity here to put Barndarrig in front with this free. It's not easy for a right-footed kicker. He's about 8 or 9 yards to this right-hand post, kicks this one. It's not coming in either. It's gone high and it's gone wide. And that's pressure on both sides. Both two of the best free takers you'll ever see have missed one each there in the dying moments. We're going to have 5 more minutes of this, and as a neutral, I'm not sorry, because it's a cracking game.
Yeah, it surely is, and if, like, you're right, if you were looking in, you saw the score, you say it was a negative game and all defensive. It hasn't been that at all.
Here come Annacurra with the ball. It's out to Ewan Harper. Harper, loose hand pass from him. Johnny Carlin picks it up, gets the ball to Paul Ryan. There's numbers. Who has the gas in the legs now? Paul Ryan has the gas. The captain of this team gets it on his left foot. Oh, it's not his kicking foot. It's gone to the left of the post and wide, and it's like no one wants to win. I think they're happy enough to come back.
Yeah, you know, like, there's after been plenty of missed opportunities there now in the last couple of minutes. It's going to take somebody with a cool head or somebody to do something inspirational that's going to win this game for one team or the other.
We're half a minute into injury time. Alan Byrne is down injured. Rob Fitzgerald is looking to take the kick out. Alan Byrne is after lifting his team on 2 or 3 occasions in the last 10 minutes. He found himself having to go right back into the cornerback position to come out with this one. He's having a look. They're having a look at him. They're putting out the hand. Hardly another injury for Annacurra, because
actually, in fairness, he had to work really, really hard to close down Paul Ryan there. You would have fancied Paul Ryan to get around Alan Byrne, but he did really well.
Bob Fitzgerald goes long out the field again, looking for Martin O'Brien, but it's picked off by Stephen Murphy. Murphy goes to ground, huge numbers around him. Murphy needs to get rid of it, throws the leg at Anthony Quinn, does enough to pick it off. Good play by Barndarrig there, just putting the pressure on the kicker to force them to kick away possession. Shane Whelan is now in possession. The next couple of minutes vital, of course. It goes without saying, we're a minute and a half into injury time. Martin Cullen gets the ball to Johnny Carlin. Carlin cuts inside, Cullen is off his shoulder, does enough to get back to him. Little foot pass in as far as Joe O'Shea, didn't go to ground, should have picked it up. Ball breaks away. James Keenan gets it to Mick O'Brien, gets it to Alan Byrne. No ill effects there. They're playing under an advantage. Byrne goes to ground. Martin O'Brien has gone up the field with this one, has a look up, kicks a long ball up to Garrod Murphy. Oh, it's gone over him. Cornerback stayed down and just done enough, gets the hands on the ball. Michael Cullen gets it and gives it to Jack McCall. He goes back, gives it out as far as Andrew Kavanagh. Here come Barndarrig. Is there one more attack in Barndarrig? Can Annacurra break him down and get the ball up the field? There's numbers everywhere. No position means anything here. Annacurra just looking to defend. Barndarrig looking to try and find a way through. It's number 5 Shane Whelan, gives it to Martin Cullen. Cullen gives it to Johnny Carlin, trusts his left boot. It's been good all day. He finds Malachy Stone. Stone gets the ball out to Michael Cullen on the far side, cuts back inside, gives it. They're looking to get it into the scoring zone, as they call it. Jack McCall tries to go forward. He's stopped, gets the ball to Michael Cullen, into Andrew Kavanagh. Kavanagh, it's loose, and it's Johnny Carlin in a foot race here. Carlin does well enough, does he? He's turned over. Martin Cullen goes down. A chance for Annacurra here. Kevin Healy has done great work, has a look up. He's 2 options inside. One of them is Frank Clone. Clone wants it over the top. Clone has it over the top. This could be the game defining moment. He has the legs to finish it. He has. It's a goal for Annacurra. A goal with almost the last kick of the game. We're 3 minutes into injury time. We said there'd be 5. Frank Clone got in behind a brilliant turnover. Looked like Barndarrig had the ball in their possession down the field. It was turned over. It's 2-4 to 7 points. What a finish, boss.
Yeah, just tired legs there from Barndarrig, working hard to keep possession. But Kevin Healy did really well. You know, he was the one that won the turnover and gave a smashing pass into Frank Clune, and he kept his cool and scored the goal.
Kick out was down as far as Andrew Kavanagh. It's a free. Free to Kavanagh, they won't let him take it, remove it up to the referee, play on. Shane Whelan comes away with this one. Is there anything left in the Barndarrig legs? Here comes Bernard Quinn. Quinn cuts inside, tries to break the tackle, gets it away. They'll have to get into the danger area. Andy Quinn had his hand held. Play away, says the referee. Paul MacDonald goes to ground. Is he being held? Play away, says the referee. MacDonald does well. Mick O'Brien tackles Shane Whelan. Whelan does well to come away with the ball. He's playing on an advantage. There's no advantage there. This one is going to be left in on the crossbar, I'd imagine. Oh, what a finish we have here in Aughrim. Annacurra need to get numbers back. Someone should be shouting there because they're very slow to get men back, although there's no Barndarrig men on the square either. It's dropped in by Martin Cullen. It's a high looping ball. It's dangerous. Oh, it's caught in there brilliantly. Malachy Stone gets a boot to it. Bob Fitzgerald goes down, gets the ball and hand passes it away. Half a chance gone. Stone reacts, comes out, cuts inside one tackle, tries to get the ball away to Anthony Quinn, but it's a free in, says the referee Jason Smyth. A free in there for a pull back. And there's Annacurra. Hearts are pounding all around us. Annacurra. Hearts are pounding all around us here. It's a huge hanging ball in. Bob Fitzgerald comes out. Oh, it's boxed over by Bernard Quinn. He got his hand out. It could have went anywhere. It's gone over the bar. Oh, 9 times out of 10 it'll be under a pod.
Yeah, and the last opportunity that Malachy Stone got, I think, I'm not sure who it was. I think somebody got some sort of contact to stop him getting a clear strike on goal. Like, we're down to the last
2-4 Annacurra. 2-4 Annacurra. Injury time is up. It's 2-4 Annacurra. It's 8 points to Barndarrig. 2 points in it.
Substitution on the Annacurra team. Number 22, Shane O'Keefe, replaces number 5, Sean Wells.
The kick out will be from Bob Fitzgerald. A long kick to the middle of the field. We're going to have another play. Oh, Andrew Kavanagh's caught. Kavanagh looks to take it quickly. They won't let him move it up, says the referee. It's, this game is just not over yet, you get the feeling. Martin Cullen will take this one. It's going to land in around the danger area again. It's not gone in far enough probably. Oh, the referee's giving a penalty. A penalty for a pull down in the background. Oh,
Anthony
my
Quinn,
God.
Anthony Quinn.
He did go to ground. He did go to ground. A player on a red card, a straight red card. They said there was a punch thrown in the background there. The player went down, and it's a penalty to Barndarrig. Oh my God, this is an ending you'll never see anywhere. I'm going to have to go home and get into the bed after this, Podge.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I just looked at the clock on the last kick out, and the 35 minutes were up, so it was up to the referee how much more he was going to play. Serious pressure here on a Barndarrig player. Absolutely serious pressure. I'm not sure. Looks like it's going to be Johnny Carlin.
Who got the red card, lads? Ewan Harper got the red card on this, so it's 2-4 8 points. It's a penalty to Barndarrig. It's Johnny Carlin. This kick pretty much decides whether Annacurra or Barndarrig are going to be senior next year. Johnny Carlin steps up. I wouldn't like to be him. I wouldn't like to be Bob Fitzgerald. Here we go. He steps up. Oh, it's in the back of the net. Johnny Carlin has buried it. Barndarrig have got a late goal. It looked like Frank Clune's goal was enough. It's 2-4 to 1-8 here now. Surely there can't be any more time left. We're 37 minutes on the clock. Bob Fitzgerald will take this kick out. It's Harvard. There's a player gone to ground in the middle of the field now. Get up, says the referee, because I think this one is going to be a final whistle, is it? It's not, you know. He's going to play another minute. Ball breaks in the middle of the field. Underneath it is Michael Cullen, right out on the sideline. Huge ruck of Blairs. It's all over. Barndarrig are the Darcy Sands Intermediate Football Champions for 2023. A cracking game, a cracking finish. Heartbreak for Annacurra, who were right there in the last minute. It's unbelievable, that penalty. Oh, I don't know what to say, Podge.
I really don't. Like, to tell you the truth, it's nearly a repeat of the 2016 final. You know, that AGB scored a late goal, you know, to get up senior. But I have a lot of sympathy for the Annacurra players. They must be completely out on their feet, you know. Obviously thought they'd won the game and they survived the 2 goal chances, and you know, and you can see them, and they gave it everything. Both teams gave it everything, really. Fully committed display by both teams.
Look, and I suppose up till the point of Frank Clune's goal, you'd say Barndarrig were value. for their lead.
Yeah,
At that stage, I know Annacurra came at them, but you'd have said they probably weathered the storm with the black card.
They did, yeah. I don't think either teams would have complained with a draw, really, particularly after Annacurra scoring the goal. I'd say if you offered Barndarrig a draw, they would have taken it at that stage, all right. But it just shows you how important it was even to get that first score that Bernard Quinn got, to get them within 2, and then they got another chance with the penalty, and they took it. And John Carlin was ice cool with that penalty.
Ice cool indeed. It's a brilliant score and a brilliant game. Yeah, look at that. I mean, I don't know what more to say. As you're hard to go out to Annacurra. You're hard to go out to Annacurra here. It's a huge loss,
two years in a row.
It's Barndarrig up senior in football, and I suppose when you look at Andrew Kavanagh staying at home from representing his country today, I suppose it gives him something, to have a cup and a medal out of this. But again, it's just one of those games, as you said, if you look at that result in the paper tomorrow, 2-4 to 1-8, as you said, sweepers, defenders, another one of them.
Going for the ball, and you said with no regard for safety, their own safety a lot of the time, being late going in and whatever, and and there was so many examples of that where lads had to go be really, really brave and put their body on the line to go and win that ball for their team. And the prize is massive here. It must be the biggest prize winning the intermediate championship, to get up into senior. You win senior already there and you go play Leinster club. I know it's a senior championship, but this is the one that gets you up to play with the big boys now.
Yeah, and look, either of those teams, in fairness to them, the way they play football, to be a credit to a senior championship. As we said, we're going to stay live for the presentation and those sorts of things. We'd like to thank you for watching today. We hope you've had a really exciting as exciting a look as we've had, because it's been a wonderful game of football. We'll be back tomorrow with the final between Rathnew and Blessington. It's on at 2:30. We'll be going live around 2:15 or 2 o'clock. Yes, says Stephen. We'd like to thank everyone here for all their help bringing this game to you, and we'll be back tomorrow with the big match, the final between Rathnew and Blessington. Please tune in.
To the ground staff and all the stewards, thank you very much for today and all year. To Annacurra, This is a harsh defeat, second year in a row, but I have no doubt you will be back again. You're doing wonderful work there with your juvenile, and there's no doubt it won't be too long before you'll be up the steps here in Echelon Park in Aughrim. To Barndarrig, you have made history today in your club once again. Last weekend you were victorious in your junior hurling championship, but today you have become victorious in the intermediate and now have become senior football for next year. Well done to each and every one of you in your club. Okay, without further ado, if the players of the Barndarrig team would like to come forward, please. All the players come forward before we do the presentation. The captain has asked for all the players to put up behind him here for the presentation. He's not to put up behind here. Just the players, lads, just the players. Okay, without further ado, I'm going to hand over the power line. First things first, this is a huge honour. Agus tá an áras go an fearn seo a ghlacha ar fearn Barndarrig! Firstly, I just want to say a few words to Annacurra. It was an unbelievable game out there today. Like the last couple of years, it's always a savage battle. Today was absolutely no different. And just, my heart goes out to you the last couple of minutes of the game there. It could have gone either way. It was just a brilliant game of football, and it was a huge honour to be part of it. So 3 cheers for Annacurra. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! I'd just like to thank the match officials for a great game today as well. The grounds, county grounds here in Aughrim, unbelievable condition after a few incredibly wet days. I suppose moving on to the support that we had here today, absolutely incredible. And it's not just today, it's the last couple of months since December this year. It's just been the sacrifice that you have put in for us, the commitment, everything that you have to put up to family members, friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it is. Just a huge round of applause for the support here today. Moving on to the lads standing up behind me here today. Just, I can't put it into words, the amount of sacrifice that these lads have put in throughout the year. Hard work, dedication, absolutely incredible. A team, like, I'm just so proud to be a part, to have these lads as friends. It's just a huge honour, and I just want to say a huge thank you for the hard work that you put in this year, lads. Thanks very much. Moving on to a couple of special mentions, and I can't put into words the respect I have for these men. They're Martin Cullen, the chairman, Kieran O'Brien, our strength and conditioning coach, Johnny Carlin, getting the lads into serious nick all season, hard work, commitment, and not just that. A year ago today, Johnny Carlin got an ACL surgery done, and he's back here on the county grounds winning the championship final. That's absolutely incredible. So well done, Johnny. Damien, what can I say? Just all year, the absolute effort that you put in is just, you can't put it into words. Half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour before training, every single time. You go up for a gym session, Damien was there. You go up just for a kick around, Damien was there. The man slept on the pitch. It was unbelievable, the hard work and dedication and just the commitment for our team. Thanks very much, Damien. Massive honour, thank you very much. I'll wrap it up there. I'd love to just get a picture with all the young Barndarrig supporters out on the pitch with the cup. Sinead, Gurmagud Galed, let's have a good night. 3 cheers for Annacurra. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Let's go! It's the Man of the Match award. I know you're all trying to think now, who's the man of the match? Johnny Carlin!